First of all, I have to extend you an invitation to come to Mexico and have tacos anytime you want.
Is that a date? Are you asking me on a date, Gabby?
It could be. It won't cause the apocalypse, I can tell you that.
I'm in.
The end of the world, November 25th, 1963.
And where am I now?
Dallas, 10 days earlier.
I need to find my family.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for having me.
Gabby, thanks for talking to you. Nice.
So the first thing I want to ask you is if the apocalypse was to happen in 1 month from now, how would you like to spend the rest of your days? I mean, imagine we were not in quarantine, of course.
Yeah, I would grab my family. I'd probably go to Rome, maybe. I'd probably go to Maui, maybe. I would just sit with them, enjoy the time I have left, maybe sipping a Mai Tai and just enjoying it. That's what I would do. I'd just be with my family.
We know something changes the timeline. We have to make it right again. Before everyone and everything we know is dead.
We saw Vanya losing her control in the end of the last season, losing control over her powers and her emotions. So, Ellen, I wanted to know for you on your daily life, how do you control or try to control your anger?
I mean, like, I think there's, there can be healthy anger, I think there's things that we should be angry about. That being said, I try to do my best to utilize that in a way that hopefully is positive. If you're angry about something, what's the solution? How can I use my privilege? How can I use my platform? How can I sit with myself to calm down and not project and navigate situations in a way that hopefully move things forward in a positive way?
If we could imagine, a universe with the Umbrella Academy making a crossover with any group of these superheroes, which one would you like them to meet?
That's so hard. That's a hard question. I love the X-Men. That's my favorite for when I was young and even now. So I'd love to do a crossover with the dysfunctional Umbrella Academy with the somewhat functional X-Men and see what happens.
You don't know anything about
I know everything. You are an open book written for very dumb children.
Klaus, Sven here?
No, unfortunately, ghosts can't time travel.
Are you kidding me?
I gotta say, something I really like about this new season is how the humanity in the characters has a bigger weight than their superpowers. And there's a scene that takes place in the cafeteria with the character of Allison that I found really powerful and really emotional. So, Emmy, I would like to know what it was like for you to film this particular scene.
For me as Emmy, and also for Allison, the stakes were really high in a scene like that. There's a lot on the production side that goes into shooting a scene like that. We're dealing with a lot of extras. We're dealing with we're tackling very racism at a very high level. Everybody wanted to be as respectful as possible, but also, get the point across and get a moment like that. It was a lot. Emotionally, I was kind of an emotional wreck the whole day, but I think I rightfully so. I think it was I can't even begin to imagine being in one of those experiences. I can and can't understand what it would be like to be like in that specific situation. No, but feel microaggressions and be a victim of systemic racism and prejudice 100%. So I think it was a really hard scene, but I think I'm really proud of how it turned out.
So, Justin, can you share with me which were your first impressions on Robert the first time you met him, and if those impressions have changed through time or not?
Robert and I met the day before we shot our first scene. He invited me out to a bar.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We had a lovely time. I thought he was extremely kind. And my impression now of him is the complete opposite. No, I'm kidding. No, it's stayed the same. It's been a joy to work with him over 2 seasons.
I find very interesting that these shows on Netflix are seen all around the world at the same time. So I want to ask you, how do you develop these characters and the story in order that they will speak to a global audience despite the region, their language, and all of these characteristics?
Family is international and universal. Family dynamics, dysfunction, we all can relate to that. So my first rule with the writers is the characters have to be relatable, and they have to be relatable from wherever you are in the world. We all have sisters, brothers, fathers, kids, so we wanted to make people feel like, I know this character, I know this family member. That was the starting point. And then we have this heightened superhero things that just, elevate the show to another level. But at its core, it's about a dysfunctional family. We all relate to that. I try to find a way of the audience thinking they know where it's going to go, and then we take them in a different direction. We were trying just to be our own thing and not to tread on the ground other people have done. So the goal is just to make it feel like this family does things different, and they fail a lot. They get some things right, but they also get a lot wrong.
All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. And you're welcome to have tacos anytime in Mexico. They won't cause the apocalypse,
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Please, I know.
Thank you, guys.